the biggest thing for young people is that you're not entitled to anything. There are a lot of smart young people, and the biggest frustration I have when I meet them and interview them is that they think because they went to college that they're entitled to a certain benefit. They're entitled to a certain salary range. They're entitled to titles. And my attitude is, so those are all available to you, but you have to earn them. It's not just because you, for example, went to Michigan and you were a 3.9 student and you've done X in your life that I need to pay you twice as much as you're worth to me and give you the title that you haven't earned yet. Those are all available, but you got to be valuable to me too. It's a two-way street. And the one thing about millennials that I really think is right is there's I want to say philanthropic, but there's a giving back common denominator that they want to make a difference in the world. And they want to do good things for people. But if you can't have everything, you can't be in a position to do all those good things and take time whatever you want from your career to go do those things and expect to have all the rewards and all the gratification without paying the price to get there. So you got to work on building relationships from the day you get out of college, because you never know which ones are going to be. That kid in the next room someday could be CEO of a company.
Yep.
Or the lady you met at a Make-A-Wish event could be a chief marketing officer someday. And when you walk in, they compete with other agencies, and you know her, and she remembers the way you reacted to her. All of a sudden, the field is not level anymore. Decisions are based on people, not always based on who's the smartest. So I think that's an important insight that I'm not sure universities communicate to students.
Yeah. I think execution is key. And that's what Owen and I always talk about is it's very easy to get caught in that mindset that you're talking about of being entitled. So we always say it's kind of brash, but we're like, you got to go be dirt. Like you have to be dirt. You got to work. You got to earn everything that you get, and you can't have that mindset. And I think those are the people that will end up coming out victorious, are the people that know what they're worth and know their skill set, but are willing to come out of college and prove to others their worth and show others what they have to offer. It's not just a simple entry in. You have to really build yourself up from the ground.
Absolutely. And I use football analogies with young people. And I say, there are a lot of good kickers and a lot of good receivers and a lot of good quarterbacks. The more disciplines you can be good at, the more valuable you are to a business, and particularly even a startup. If you can be the kicker and the blocker and the receiver, and there are always economic cutbacks, the ones who can do one thing are the first ones leaving. The ones who can do 3 or 4 or 5 things are the ones that are going to stay.
Yeah.
Because they're more valuable. They're indispensable. And in a startup, the more you can do in a startup, the more valuable you are, because funds are critical. And if you're a founder, you got to learn how to do a lot of things. And if you're with a big company and they're going to have 1,000 people laid off Friday, tell you the ones who can do accounting and engineering and write a business plan are going to be there next Monday. And the ones who can only write a business plan aren't going to be there next Monday.
Right.
So
got to be a Swiss Army knife.
Absolutely.